All right, before we get into this, I'm going to have you just try something for me. Okay, really quick. How do you simplify that? How do I simplify that? Hold on. This is review from last unit. Let's do on that. Good. So that would be your common denominator, right? Can I show you something that happened on the test that made my eyeballs pop out of my face? No, not really. That's gross. Didn't really happen. So you did this, and then you said, oh, look it, they cancel. And then you just added the numerators. Stuck them back in there, and now we're fine. Remember that one day I was like, can you do this? And you all said yes, and I fell to the ground? Yeah. I laughed a lot, and then I showed 7 people, like, this last day, you could do this. You can't, like, you just put that on, right? You don't want to take it off right after, so here's what you do. What was that? It was both of yours, everybody does it. So, here's what you do. How do I finish this off? You're going to distribute this, right? So 3x minus 21. We're going to distribute this. 2x plus 6. And then you combine like terms. 5x minus 15. Ooh, oh man, I thought I got something that was going to cancel. If this was a plus, if this was a plus, I'd have canceling, huh? So close, but because it's a negative, does anything cancel? No. So that's how I would simplify it. Now, our goal for today is to do this exact same thing, but instead of simplifying, I want to solve it. So let me continue this problem on since we've already kind of done. The very first thing you want to do is you want to do what we did on day 1. Combine like terms. Simplify. Then I have a 0, right? Now if I on this right here, from a while ago, what could x not be? Negative 3 and 7. So in the end, I'm going to get x equals 7, or x equals 12, or x equals 9, something. And I want to see if it's one of those two values, my answer is no solution, because we found from the problem that x cannot be one of those values. So solving this, I'm going to multiply both sides by whatever ugly is on bottom. Okay? The ugly cancels with the ugly. So we get 5x minus 15 equals what? 0, which means 5x equals 15, which means x equals, can x equal 3? So that is my solution. So today is very similar to what you've already learned. We already know how to multiply both sides by something ugly, right? We've done that before. We already know how to combine it when we're adding, which is what I did this last unit. Now we just need to get one final pretty x equals 3 answer. Okay? So go back to your notes. Okay, a rational equation is an equation with one rational expression. Or with basically it has to have an equal sign. Right? Everything that we've done so far has not had an equal sign. This one does. So when it has an equal sign, you're going to get a solution, a final answer. Circle it, feel good about yourself, move on to the next one, circle it. So I became a teacher. I love math. You get an answer, you circle it, you feel good, you go to the next one. Love it. Okay. Right? I'm smart. I got this. I can solve the world. Okay. Okay. To solve an equation containing rational expressions, first multiply each side of the equation by the least common denominator. Okay, ignore all that. We just did it. You must check all solutions in the original equation to confirm they are not, or they are indeed solutions. So you need to check the excluded values. If you want to write yourself a note, this means excluded values. Okay. So number one. Hey. How are you? Good. We have a plan, and it's average per student this year. I would have won last year if it was an average per student. I brought in $900 last year. Now me along with my class, I was third place. Band and drama have 700 students. They won. I did it with my 30 math kids. You just tell Mr. Roberts that $900. Oh, we have a plan. You just wait. I went. I tell my classes. I wish it wasn't this class. I look at my classes and I say, I always win. And they're like, and then I like, please get not like that too. So they're like, well, if your teachers aren't excited about it, I'm super excited about it. I just want a math teacher to win. And I want that math teacher to win. Let's do it specific. Yes. Alright. Okay. I really want to, I love winning. Okay, let's keep going. Somebody else? Okay. So, what's the first thing we have to do? So this one, it's not equal to 0, it's equal to something else. The very first thing is to factor all denominators to find the lowest common denominator. So do your common denominator. So if I factor this, what do I get? Okay, that means the common denominator is everyone has to have an x minus 3 and everyone has to have an x plus 3. There's nothing else, this one's down low. There's nothing else weird going on. I just have x minus 3, x plus 3. A student in B4, they call these homies. Those homies gotta stay together. Like if they're connected by a minus or a plus, they're homies and you can't break them apart. Okay? So, and homies don't do that. Homies don't backstab. This two just came from right here and just came over. Okay? So, this is one group. This is another group. This one needs what? It has the x minus 3. It needs the x plus 3. Okay? Strike that. Strike that. I see the mistake. I see it. I see it. Now y'all stop. Okay. This one has the x minus 3. It needs what? Why are you laughing at me? I throw shoes. Ask Dylan, I throw shoes. Stop it. Okay, now pretend, can you please pretend that I multiply this to the top and the bottom? I don't want to rewrite it. Is that okay? So now, when you have a whole bunch of ugly on bottom, what can we do? We're going to multiply by a bunch of ugly, and what's going to happen? The denominators go away. So, here's what we have. This is miserable. Let's rewrite it. From here, what do I have? X times x plus 3. You could distribute at the same time. It's not. It equals 2. Okay, so now we have an equation. Now we have an equation that we spent the first quarter of this course studying. How do I solve an equation where it has a bunch of x's? We're gonna start by simplifying. Good. So distribute. But we need to, Brendan. If you don't, just make sure you're very careful so you don't get it wrong. But just so you know, hold on, Brendan. Just so you know, as I'm explaining this, part of the teaching is to not jump all of those steps. And so I need to. So even if you don't, I need to, okay? Thank you. Now there's about 7 different strategies that you have, hopefully, to solve this equation. You should have. The first thing is to do what? Any guesses? Faith, where would you start? What she said. Yeah. Combine terms. Here we have 2x squared. Okay, it's getting a little out of control. And then these cancel, like Brandon predicted. Equals 2. Yes. You're good? Okay. Now we're going to divide both sides by 2. I think Alyssa said that. Okay. Did you? Or am I wrong? Okay, now what? How do I solve this equation when I have x squared and 1? You take square root. How many answers am I going to have here? 1, 2. How do I know that there's 2?
Because it's plus and minus.
Because it's a square, right? Squares always have 2 answers. And when you are... I feel like I'm yelling over you every day. When you are the one that puts on the square root, you will have a positive and a negative solution. Or, if you want to take the shortcut, you could do that. Okay. Oh, hold on, pause. Do you want to hear about my favorite moment in my life? Okay, so step 1 is, hold on. Friendly, step 1, do what? No, close. We'll do factor first. Yeah, and if you guys don't remember, step 1 is to factor everything. Because our goal here is to create common denominators. So assuming if you have that table, will you tell me what it factors to? 2 and 1. This should happen very quickly at this point, yes? Yes. We don't have a lot of practice where that leading coefficient is something other than 1. That needs to happen more because that was part of the hard part of the test for you. Okay, moving on. Common denominator then would be what? Everybody needs an x minus 2. This one already has 1. And everybody needs... What? X plus 1. I know, I'm sorry. Can I tell you how I was here till 11 p.m. last night getting grades set for parent-teacher conference. My grades are actually not on Skyward yet. They are just in my book. So I worked 15 hours yesterday. And I'm going to be here till 8 tonight. So please forgive my negatives today. Okay, are we good still? Okay. It's what I write, not what I say. Still? Okay, sorry. Okay, right here. They both have an x plus, this one has an x plus 2, this one has an x plus 2, but it needs a x plus 1. This one has an x plus 1. This one now does. This one needs. And once they have a common denominator, what can we do? This is the best part. We're going to cancel it all out because we're going to multiply everything by the denominator. And the ugly will cancel the ugly, and then we are just left with what?
2x squared plus 3x.
Let me show you.
Well, how can you multiply that? They can multiply two exact same things by 2.
Because they cancel.
Okay,
watch. So if I multiply everything, and it's kind of like I'm distributing, by x plus 2, x plus 1, when I multiply it here, it cancels. When I multiply it here, remember this is on the bottom too, it cancels. When I multiply it here, remember this is on the bottom too, it cancels, it cancels. Everything on the bottom will cancel. I mean, look at it another way. If I have x over 5 plus 7 over 5 equals 7 over 5, if they're all the same on the bottom, is it really easy to tell what x equals? And I'm going to show you a different example. If I have, okay, so 2/3 plus 1/3, is it really easy to figure out what this is? What is it? 3/3. And I know that because I'm just looking at the numerators. And why am I only looking at the numerators? Because the denominators are the same. So let me give you one more. So going back to that other one, if I have 7 over x plus 2 over x, what's it going to equal? Did you even look at the denominators?
No.
No, because they're the same. Now what if, let me give you one more. Let me get me x over 3 plus 1 over 3 equals 9 over 3. What would x have to be? And do we even look at the denominator?
I did.
Well, you check to make, because they're the same, the numerators have to add up. We're not trying to simplify, that's not what I meant. We're not trying to simplify, we're trying to solve for x. Yes. Yes. Hold on, we're not there yet though. I don't know. So just pause for a second and we'll get there. So are we all agreeing now though? Hold on now. Are we all agreeing now that the denominator is no way? Yes. Because again, the point is to solve it, not to simplify it. Put your foot on it. So here, denominator is gone, x minus 1. Here, we can distribute the 2x. What do we get? Plus 2x squared plus 2x. Let me hurry finish this and you can go. Equals, what's going to happen on this side?
This is going to turn into the x squared plus 3x plus 6. If you combine it.
You have to split it, right? I will spoil it as you walk out the door.
What is like your favorite thing in the world? Like put in your mouth.
Yeah.